Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Transfer news is happening everywhere in Europe. First, Arsenal. So Arsenal are making moves, not heavy moves, but moves. It depends on how you want to see it. Arsenal fans are angry or sad at the same time because it's not necessarily the kind of player they want now. But it's player that is coming in. And remember, I've told you last week that Partey will not sign a new contract with Arsenal. He's going to leave Arsenal. Now they are in to buy the Brentford
midfielder,
captain and midfielder. So what do you make of that transfer? Norgaard is going to come in. He is 31 years old. Partey is 32 years old. But the only difference that everybody's talking about is I keep seeing on the internet is the wages. That Partey will command about 200,000 pounds, but this guy is around about 100,000 pounds. So they are going to save money. But if you want to win trophies, you need all your star players in your squad. Look at City. When City had Fernandinho, Rodri, had everybody on, even if on high wages, but they kept them on the team to win trophies.
City Saudi money. You get Saudi money.
Arsenal is going to
Arsenal get Saudi money,
and Jorginho is already at him playing for Flamengo. They are going to let go of Partey. They are bringing in Zubimendi and Norgaard. What do you make of Norgaard transfer to Arsenal?
For me, I think the old saying is actually penny wise, pounds foolish. But I think right now it's actually penny foolish, pounds wise, because you already have. I don't understand how we got to this position where we are looking at exiting Partey and bringing in Norgaard. Now, let's not forget that this is the same Partey that when he's not around in the team, the side suffers. This is the same Partey that gives him that flexibility on the right back position, which he loves exploiting to the chagrin of Arsenal fans. Okay, let's not also forget that this is the same player that is a senior member of that squad. You don't need to start building from the ground up to know how to marshal that midfield. Partey does that effortlessly. He can sleep with both hands tied behind his back and is marshalling that midfield in his sleep. He understands how the team works. How would you go from chasing the title to obsessing over a midfield that does not have any problem? The midfield no get problem. This is what you call pig-headedness on Arteta's side, because we are talking about extending Partey's contract. We heard the story about a transfer rumor for Partey. I felt that normally Partey would disregard that rumor. They would extend the contract. They will continue. That money that is sweeting you now to invest it in your attack, invest it elsewhere. You don't have a proper replacement for Saka. You have big part wingers that are not good enough. You have 3 players that are on that wage bill that if you sell them, the wage bill will have a breath of fresh air. You cannot get in an exceptional talent, because that, if I look at Arsenal's wings, I see average players on the wings apart from Saka, and truth be told, the numbers don't lie.
Okay.
So for me, it makes no sense to be selling Partey out. You're not bringing a younger midfielder. You are bringing in a 31-year-old man. How is he younger? You are bringing a 31-year-old who has
done it.
No right smelling or wearing that jersey.
He's been there, done that. Look at. I'll go back to what one of my mentors once said. He said, every big player comes from a small club. Van Dijk is a big player today. He came from Southampton. If Liverpool said, the Southampton, they can't get a player from Southampton, they wouldn't have gotten Van Dijk. Sadio Mane is one of their big players. He came from the same Southampton. You get their top players. You can name me one top player that didn't come from a small club, and I'll go back and dig this thing for you. So every big player comes from a small club. Now Arsenal, we say, is a big club. Brentford is a small club compared to Arsenal. This player is coming from a small club, and look at what he has done for Brentford last season and 2 seasons ago. He is good enough to fit into the Arsenal side. But we have a problem now is
his age.
It's not the age, safe. I don't have a problem with the age. If you can, because I saw him run around last season. If you can put in the energy last season, you can put in that kind of energy for Arsenal and going forward. I don't have a problem with the age. I don't have a problem with the player. What I have a problem with is which place is he coming to play? Is the system he's coming to play in? Is it cracking that you say, okay, fine, he's coming to come and close up the gap? Because now you have Partey. You've already agreed to bring in Zubimendi. He's going to be on medicals, I think, this week or so. Zubimendi is coming for medicals this week. He's coming in. You have a Merino in the side. You have an Martin Odegaard. You have one lady that can play midfield. You have Trossard that can play midfield and play from the flank.
Godwin.
Now you have many players. You have a Lewis Kelly. Now you've converted to left back. That is a midfielder, defensive midfielder. Now look at it. All the players you have in your team, you're putting them into playing different positions, and they are working for you fine. You can tell Partey, say, bro, I like you, but please, can you? I don't have a right back now. Can you play right back for me? He will give you an excellent job in right back. Lewis Kelly was a midfielder, according to profiling, and you say, okay, fine. See, midfield is having injury crisis. Go and play left back, and he's been the left back in the Premier League outside Kekes and the other players.
See the point. That
now you're bringing in Christian Norgaard. What is he coming to do for the team?
The point, Godwin, let me just preempt you there, right? This is Groundhog Day all over again. This is the day that refused to end. This is what you call an infinite Tsukuyomi. This is what you call deja vu, raised to power 50. We saw it when Arsenal signed Kim Kallstrom under Wenger. We saw it when they signed Skilashi. We saw it when they signed 1,000 other players that they didn't even need in the first place.
The point that they are going to exit two midfielders. Now,
Zubimende
is supposed to be not Partey's. Zubimende is Partey's replacement. Norgaard is Jorginho's replacement. So they're exiting two.
How are you exiting Jorginho and you're bringing more of the same?
No. Wait, calm down. Let me understand.
But this thing don't make sense now.
You say
Zubimende should be
Partey's competition, no be replacement.
Now that was
because he cannot even replace. He cannot feel the boot.
He not feel it.
Now, he's Partey's competition, and he will probably start from the bench unless Arteta want to do okay fine, make Partey the bench because of age. Then Declan Rice, who is his replacement? You say Mourinho. Can Mourinho run the 90 minutes Declan Rice runs?
No, Mourinho is his replacement.
Now competition. Now Odegaard up front. I thought that was supposed to be Mourinho's place.
Well,
now you're bringing a Norgaard that plays similar to what Declan Rice plays, and you're telling me he wants to come and replace.
See the point now. Norgaard is a defensive midfielder.
He plays like Declan Rice. He's the goal they call.
Yes,
he's not the whole defense. He's not a DM.
Watch the match for Brentford.
The profile. Declan Rice can play as a DM, obviously. So Norgaard is. What I'm saying is that Norgaard is Jorginho's replacement. Zubimendi now. What we are thinking before that Zubimende will come and replace Jorginho, then he and Partey will fight out for the spot. That's what he was before, because we thought that Partey was signing a new contract. Now Partey will exit. If you not change it like that, obviously that Zubimende is Partey's replacement, and Norgaard is going to replace Jorginho.
Godwin,
June has not ended.
Thank you.
Until the end of June, we will know. But if Arteta gets sense, Partey should be on that side, because fine, if you want to say Partey, I say it's a good move, but please get somebody younger.
Godwin, I'll just say this. You know all those people that hawk bobo ni shade, cure 1,000 diseases and whatever, waiting and right for labor. No be waiting if they walk when you take the medicine marker. Some people will end up somewhere in pains. So I'll just cap it up by saying, when your enemy is making a mistake, do not correct him. So Arteta, fantastic move. You are doing fine. I will see you in 6th position this season.
Well, I
would always want, if you're going to get a replacement for
Papa, it has to be an upgrade.
Look at when we're going for McNoble's replacement. We looked at the signings. Declan is already in the team. You bring in somebody else, Thomas Suchek.
Leave that.
He was way younger than. No, I'm just giving you an instance. I'm giving you an instance. Look at Real Madrid. They were looking for replacement for aging Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric. Look at people they brought in.
Camavinga,
and Bellingham. Valverde also. Now look at
Bellingham. Not be even that replacement. Bellingham a different player. But those two guys,
just count them as
those two guys came in the same window.
Look at, I'm just saying. You have Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and what's it called, Luka Modric. These are 3 players. You want to look for replacement. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga. Those are replacements. You go to Liverpool. Henderson was aging. Wijnaldum, Thiago. They went to replace.
Like,
you brought in
I don't understand this.
Gravenberch. Look at the players you brought in. Like way younger and smarter. If you're going to replace Thomas Partey,
I want to call out Engineer Adesina. Come out and address this matter.
If you're going to get a replacement for Partey,
It don't make sense.
Please,
it
now,
don't make sense.
get
How
me
are we
somebody
talking about replacing
25
Partey?
and below.
that's what I'm saying now. Obviously now, Zubimende is 25, 26. Is going to be Partey's replacement. Now, Norgaard is going to be Jorginho's replacement. That is what
Jorginho no need replacement for that team.
How many matches Jorginho play?
now,
Thank you.
the thing I'm not
Get a team that we compete with each other. It's not a team that if I'm sitting on the bench, I'll be a team player.
You know
I
that
want to
midfield
compete, I
has
want to
10.
play.
That midfield has 10 players now.
Well, let's see what happens with Arsenal. Arsenal is making moves everywhere. Are they going to sell Partey? Partey's contract will end in June when he leaves. Obviously, Zubimendi will come in and start immediately. Then Norgaard will be his probably be on the bench in case of injury and all that.
I'm thinking
Then sign Brentford, man.
I'm thinking now.
He's a Brentford captain. Truthfully, that the thing about signings, I'm not supporting Arteta in what he's doing, but they know better than us. If he comes in and he works, it becomes a masterclass.
He's not going to work.
But the only thing that everybody is talking about again is because of, in quotes, Partey's injuries throughout the stay at Arsenal, one, and it's commanding 200 plus. So I understand they are trying to get a cheaper
Baba
option.
is what is weight in gold, man.
Yes,
Give him his
I
just
know.
like how they were campaigning. Give Salah his money, let us rest. Give Partey his money, let's rest.
And for this player to have kept it under like.
Do you know that this
quiet.
guy? Do you know how many people went on injury in Arsenal in these last 2 years now? He's not even in the top 3 injury-prone players at that club right now.
Well, Arsenal have decided they are going to bring in Zubimende and Norgaard, the captain of Brentford, to replace Partey and Jorginho. So Arsenal fans will have to decide if it's going to be a good bet. Truthfully, on the internet, it's a 50-50 feeling because the news broke yesterday and everything's happening yesterday. This morning, Norgaard is going to have a medical this morning to join Arsenal between today, tomorrow. So everything happened in within 48 hours, and Arsenal was even surprised. So they can even finish signing within 48 hours. They have been dragging other transfers.
This is what happens when your neighbors are buying car and you rush and say, "Let me go and buy keke napep." May no be like saying, "My house we no buy anything."
At least if you just go Lyon.
Well, truthfully,
if you go Lyon,
truthfully,
the midfielder in Lyon is about 26, 27.
Truthfully, if Zubimende can walk, another can walk, but we have to see. As I said before, if the transfer works, then it becomes a masterclass. If it did not work, we come back to this in 100 years.
Let me preempt you. Zubimendi can walk, Norgaard can walk, right? In that Arsenal midfield now, who starts?
Zubimendi is Rice and Odegaard. It's just the same way. Just remove Partey and put Zubimendi there. That's how it's going to work.
Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard.
Yes.
And Norgaard go sit down for bench for you happily.
Before when the captain one side.
Okay, what do you want to do? You want him to come and play?
Baba, I no sign him at all in the first place.
That's the point. Arsenal needs depth. They think Norgaard can help with that. So let's leave Arteta and his boys. But let's see if it's going to work out. But if it doesn't work out, we'll come back at the end of the season or in next 6 months, as John has said, to criticize him. Other transfer for Arsenal, Kepa has already finished his medical, so he's going to join Arsenal once it's 1st of July. He's going to join from Chelsea to Arsenal for £5 million. Norgaard is about £11 million. That's signing Lewis Kelly will renew his contract at Arsenal, so he's going to renew at Arsenal to continue playing for Arsenal. So this is all transfer. So Arsenal fans, people have to decide if Norgaard and Zubimendi is the right replacement for Partey and Jorginho. If it works, fine. If it did not work, when I will carry on across, they go.